Good morning, students. Today we will start a geography chapter, forest and wildlife resources. These resources are very much important as we are dependent on the forest as well as on the wildlife. So, what is the importance of these resources we will learn in this chapter. So, let's start the chapter. Forest and wildlife resources. The existence, progress and development of man is dependent on resources. Yes, in earlier lesson we have learned that resources is very much important for us for surviving the human being. The resources is must. So, resources is the progress and development of the man is fully dependent on the resources. We have been fulfilling our needs by getting them from nature since earlier times. From the early times, we used to use these resources for our development. Wherein forests are considered to be the very important sources, because from the forest we are getting so much things, fruit, wood, and all other things also. So the forests are considered as a most important resources for our life. The general meaning of forest is the accumulation of trees, scrubs and heaps of grass. General meaning of the forest is some trees, heaps of grasses and scrubs. यानी जो जंगल, फॉरेस्ट में जंगल या वन, तो हम उसको कहते हैं जो बहुत सारे पेड़ दिखते हैं, हमें सुनसान एरिया होता है, बहुत सारे पेड़ दिखते हैं, उसमें छोटी ग्रासेस भी होती हैं और जो छोटे छोटे पेड़ भी होते हैं, बड़े बड़े पेड़ भी होते हैं, जनरली हम उसको ही फॉरेस्ट बोलते हैं. In natural vegetation, only that vegetation is included which can be raised naturally without the help of man. In natural vegetation, only that vegetation is included. What is the meaning of natural vegetation? As per name, natural vegetation. The tree which grows naturally, that is called natural vegetation. There is no involvement of man for growing the trees. That is called natural vegetation, which grows naturally with the help of natural environment. This is called virgin vegetation. This is called virgin vegetation. Now, such vegetation is in India is available only in Himalayas, Sundarban and remote areas of Thar desert. These vegetation in India only available in Sundarban, Himalayas and remote areas of Thar desert. The remote area of Thar desert and Himalayas and Sundarban, you can find out the virgin vegetation or natural vegetation. Classification of forest. How can we classify the forest? Forest classification is made according to different criteria. There is different levels on which we can divide or we can identify the vegetation or forest. You have studied the classification of forest on the basis of the climate in standard 9. On the basis of climate, in standard 9 we have learned about that the forests are classified on the basis of climate. But in this lesson we will know about 3 types of forests on the basis of administration, ownership and management. In this chapter we learn about the classification of forests on the basis of administration, ownership and management. Administration and who can control the forest, ownership, malikana, head of that forest, or the management who managed that forest. In this chapter, in this topic, we will learn about this. Types of forest according to the administration, control, command. First is reserved forest. What do you understand with the reserved forest? Such forests are under the control of government directly. The fully control on this forest are of government. Nobody will interfere except government, or nobody can take the decision except government. So, fully controlled by the government, that is called reserved forest. Here there is restriction on numbering, collection of woods or for pasturing. There is restriction on numbering. Numbering means articles. We cannot collect any articles from these forests. We cannot send our own animals for pasturing, and we cannot collect the woods without the permission of government or without the permission of authorities. So it is totally restricted area, and that is called reserve forest. The total command or total administration is done by the government. Next is protected forest. Protected forest means these forests are looked after the administration. Local people are permitted to collect the wood and to graze their animals without causing any harm to the trees. These forests are looked after by the administration. Administration, that area where the forests are there, so the head of that area will command or will control that forest. That is called protected forest, and the administration system will command or control over these forests, and the local people are allowed to get the wood, as well as they send their animals for grazing, and they do not have the right to harm the trees. So without harming the trees, they can collect the wood, they can send their animals for grazing. चरने के लिए भेज सकते हैं और वुड कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Unclassified forest. Such forests are still not classified. These type of forests are not classified. There is no restriction on tree felling or animal grazing. There is no restriction. That means there will no command. So anybody can cut the tree or anybody can send their animals for grazing. So these forests are unclassified, which is not classified yet now. Then next is classification of the forest according to ownership, administration and management. According to ownership, administration and management. The forests of India are classified into three types on the basis of ownership, administration and management aspects. First is state forest. As you came to know about the name, state forest, that means total command by the state. So central or state government controls such forests. These forests are controlled by the center as well as state. Most of the forests of the country fall under this category. Most of the big forests are covered by this category. So most of the forests are under state forest. Then next is communal forest. As you know about the name, that communal forest, that means it is totally related to the community. The forests are based or related to the community. Local self-government institutions, Gram Panchayat, municipality, corporation, district panchayat have control over such type of forest. These forests are covered or controlled by the local municipality and local administration, Gram Panchayat as well as district panchayat. That forests are called communal forest. Private forest. Such a forest is owned by individuals. These forests are particularly belongs to individual party, and such forests are more found in Odisha, Meghalaya, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. Some of the forests of these types are in haphazard condition, or some of them are totally barren. That means some of the forests are ruined, or some of the forests are not taken care by anyone. So it is totally demolished, or some are barren. Barren मतलब बंजर, यानी वहाँ पर अब कोई पेड़ जो है वो उगता नहीं है, या जो जमीन है उसकी फर्टिलिटी लूज हो गई है, जिसकी वजह से ये फॉरेस्ट यहाँ कुछ फॉरेस्ट बिल्कुल खत्म हो चुके हैं और कुछ पूरी तरह से बर्बाद हो चुके हैं और कुछ पूरी तरह से सूख गए हैं, यानी वहाँ पर कोई आगे फॉरेस्ट नहीं है या ट्रीज नहीं है. डिफॉरेस्टेशन. डिफॉरेस्टेशन मतलब अभी तो हमने फॉरेस्ट की बात की कि जो ट्रीज होते हैं, जो फॉरेस्ट होता है, जो बहुत सारे ग्रुप होता है, किसका ट्री ट्रीज का ग्रुप होता है, श्रब्स का ग्रुप होता है या ग्रास का ग्रुप होता है, एक ऐसी जगह जिसको हम फॉरेस्ट कहते हैं। डिफॉरेस्टेशन यानी फॉरेस्ट को खत्म करना, खत्म मतलब उसको खराब करना, उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करना। डिफॉरेस्टेशन मीन्स द डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट। डिस्ट्रक्शन मैंने बताया कि खत्म करना, बर्बाद करना या फॉरेस्ट को हटा देना। डिफॉरेस्टेशन मीन्स द टोटली डिस्ट्रक्शन और डिमोलिशिंग द फॉरेस्ट। This is not a problem of a country alone, but one of the global problems. It can be said that it is a result of progress of man. It is not a problem of our country. A whole world is suffering from deforestation. So that basically, who is responsible? Man himself is the person is responsible for deforestation, because the progress of the man is important, or the development of the man is important, but the forest, on the behalf of the forest, the development is taken place. Why? Because of the place. There is no place for, or the population of the country or the population of the world is rising up. So the demand or the necessities of the men can't be fulfilled in that much place. So there is requirement of the place. So destruction of the forest is must, and destruction of the forest is done by the men for their own development, for their own progress. It can be said that it is a result of progress of man. Trees are destroyed naturally. However, it is negligible compared to the loss inflicted by human interference. There is a small looks compared to the that is there is a human interference, and because of human interference the forests are fully demolished, and day by day it is also vanishing, यानी खत्म होते जा रहा है। Impact of deforestation. What is the impact? What is the effect of deforestation? The impact of the deforestation is widespread. The quantity of carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere. As you have learned in the science that the trees are intaking carbon dioxide and exhalating oxygen. So the trees are very much important for surviving the men. So if the trees will not there, the amount of the carbon dioxide will increase in atmosphere. Greenhouse effect become more intense. With a remote forest cover, the soil is eroded, and the problem of farm fertility increases, because if the tree removed, then if the forest cover is removed, the important part of soil can be eroded. So क्यों ऐसा होता है? क्योंकि जो trees की जो जड़ें होती हैं, जो roots होती है, उनमें ये पावर होती है कि वो मिट्टी को यानी soil को पकड़ के रखती है. So it can't be eroded. If the trees will not there, then the fertile soil can be eroded, and there will be a problem for agriculture. In the forest of peninsular India, the forest area was decreased largely due to deforestation. In the forest of peninsular India, there will be a loss of forest, or there will be a decreasing of the forest and large area due to deforestation. Many living organisms have lost their abodes, houses. Many of the living organisms who are residing in the forest area, many jungli जानवर, wild animals also lost their houses. As a result, the wild animals approach urban settlements in search of food and water. If the wild animals didn't get food, where they will search or where they will approach? In the urban areas. तो urban areas में वो अटैक करते हैं, गांव में, शहर में आ जाते हैं. उनका दोष नहीं है, because deforestation is there. उनको अपना एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं मिल पा रहा है, अपना घर नहीं मिल पा रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वो अर्बन एरिया में अटैक करते हैं. More instances are recorded of carnivorous animals killing the domestic animals of those shepherds who live near the forest. More instances are recorded of carnivorous animals. There will be carnivorous animals who attacked on the urban areas, and animal killing the domestic animals shepherds who are residing nearby the forest. So there will be also loss for the men life. So the animals who lost their houses attack on the urban areas or village areas. They kill the domestic animals as well as the shepherds or people who lived nearby the forest. Remedies for forest conservation. How can we protect the forest? Research should be carried out to find out the option of wood. The research is going on for finding the options for wood. There will be a research going on and the option will be find out for the wood. This will reduce the use of wood and it will save the forest. We can use another thing instead of wood, so we can save the forest directly or indirectly. Wherever the trees are to be cut inevitably for the development work or for necessity, new trees of the same species should be grown. If there will be a requirement for cutting the trees or for the development of the nation of the man or for planning a plant or for planning a factories, so same species can be grown on the other place or barren area or the place where which is not be used for another companies or factories. So it can be the same species of the trees can be grown on the another part of the land. There should be a total ban for cutting trees which are not grown fully. So the trees which are not grown fully, there will be a rule that nobody will cut the tree. There is a rule that if anybody cut the tree illegally, the person who have cut the trees illegally, it can be the person got the punishment by the government. But most of the persons are doing this illegally, so it is totally banned. But nobody is thinking about the necessity of the trees. So it must remember that the trees are important for us. Those industries which receive their raw material from the forest should be compelled for afforestation for future needs. Those industries which receive the raw material from the forest should be compelled, should be insisted for afforestation for future needs. So, under the name of ecotourism, the forest cover should not be damaged or should be strictly controlled. Under the name of ecotourism, the forest should not be fully harmed or it should not be damaged or it should be strictly controlled. Widespread public awareness programs should be organized among the local people. There will be programs or there will be speeches for convincing the people for growing more and more trees. The importance of forest and then their conservation strategy should be included in the syllabus of school and colleges. They should explain the necessity of forest conservation. How should we conserve the forest and how can we conserve the forest? For understanding this topic, we have to take this topic in the syllabus. और जैसे कि मैं आपको समझा रही हूँ, it is very much important that the tree resources or forest resources are very much important for us for surviving the human being. Development is must, but a forest is also important in our life. So we can understand what is the importance of conservation through lessons. So the syllabus it is must to include this topic in the syllabus also. They should explain the necessity of forest conservation, as I am explaining that forest conservation is important. So in other places also it is important to explain how we can conserve the forest. Social forestry and agroforestry forestry should be developed intensively by taking planned steps for the necessity of water and firewood. Social forestry and agroforestry is very much important a thing, so it should be developed, and there is a important thing that we have to take the steps according to these plans, as well as for completion of necessity of water and fire. There will be we should take the planned steps for fulfilling the necessity of water as well as the firewood. क्योंकि बहुत सारी जगह अभी गैस या कोई ऑप्शन नहीं निकला है, तो इसके लिए भी या फॉडर के लिए भी फॉडर समझते हैं एनिमल्स के खाने के लिए जो खाना होता है वो फॉडर, तो फॉडर के लिए और फायरवुड की जो नेसेसिटी है उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए हमें स्टेप्स लेने चाहिए ताकि हम ये जो डिमांड है वो फुलफिल कर सकें. In place of firewood, alternative options like solar energy, natural gas, etc. should be implemented. Where the wood is used as a fire or as a fuel, we have to use the solar energy as well as the natural gas. So we can use another option of the fuel, and we can conserve the forest by using these types of resources. Forest resources should be used sparingly in order to make the process of tree growth faster and healthier. Infested trees should be removed. Forest issues should be, we can use the forest resources sparingly, यानी बहुत कम यूज करने चाहिए, judicially यूज करने चाहिए in order to make the progress of tree growth faster. If we want to grow tree faster and healthier, we have to infest the trees, and we have to infest the trees should be removed. Forest fire cause heavy damage to forest. Forest fire is one important factor which ruin or which fully destroy the forest. A separate system or a force at national level should be created for dousing the fire. We have to maintain a special team for dousing the fire, from which the full forest will be destructed or खत्म हो जाता है, spoiled. So we can take the special action for dousing the fire. Due to increased means of transportation and easy travel, thousands of pilgrims reach the religious places in forest area to attend the Bhandra fairs or the Parikrama. At that time, if the litter should be cleared properly, otherwise the forest get polluted. Due to increased means of transportation and easy travel, thousands of pilgrims. There will be a trend of going pilgrims. So, if anyone can travel the religious places or in a forest area to attend the bhandaras and all that fairs and parikrama, यानी लोग चारों तरफ चक्कर लगाते हैं. If the fire will be littered, so it must be cleared properly. It must be demolished properly because it can be polluted the forest as well as it can be created in another disaster which is forest fire. So we have to take care when we are going for pilgrimage or when we are going for adventurous trip in the forest. We must take care that we have, if we litter or if we fire the fuel, so it can be created the forest pollution as well as forest fire. So we have to take care. An area should be demarcated and reserved for animal pasture. Area must be fixed for the animal grazing, as well as there will be a fixed boundary must be there for pasturing or for grazing the animals, and animals को चलने के लिए एक area restricted करना चाहिए. In next topic is wildlife diversity. Wildlife diversity. Diversity means a species or types wildlife. There is a large diversity in climate and physiography in India. There will be types of climate as well as a physiography. Physiography is बनावट or the location or the type or the boundaries in the India. So there is a different type of climate as well as a physiography in India. Due to this geographical diversity, large vegetation is seen among the insects, wild birds, animals and vegetation. So due to this large diversity, there is a different type of species or different types of brands in birds, insects, vegetations as well as animals. यानी बहुत सारी स्पीसीज हमें देखने के लिए मिलती है, बहुत सारी टाइप्स हमें देखने के लिए मिलती है, किसमें बर्ड्स में, इंसेक्ट्स में, वेजिटेशन में यानी फॉरेस्ट में, पेड़ पौधे भी बहुत टाइप के होते हैं, एंड एनिमल्स में यानी तरह तरह के एनिमल्स होते हैं, तरह तरह के बर्ड्स होते हैं, इंसेक्ट्स होते हैं. यू कैन इजीली सी इन ज्योग्राफिकल चैनल और डिस्कवरी चैनल, उसमें वाइल्ड लाइफ के बारे में बहुत अच्छा आता है. तो यू मस्ट वॉच दैट चैनल्स इंस्टेड ऑफ डोरेमोन एंड अदर. सो इन दैट चैनल्स देयर विल बी अ गुड explanation about each and every extinct species as well as the species which are in the world. So let's watch करिए उसको, अच्छा है वो. So हमें इससे पता चलता है कि हमारे देश में कितनी सारी वैरायटी है, कितनी सारी स्पीसीज हैं, डिफरेंट तरह के एनिमल्स, बर्ड्स, इंसेक्ट्स यानी बहुत ब्यूटीफुल हम जिसे कह सकते हैं हमारा एनवायरमेंट है. तो हमें उसको प्रेज करना चाहिए, उसे देखना चाहिए. There are about 15 lakh species of animals, birds in the world. In world there are 15 lakhs species यानी 15 लाख टाइप के स्पीसीज हमें देखने को मिलते हैं एनिमल्स और बर्ड्स के. Out of these 81,251 species are found in India. 15 lakh में से 81,251 species are found in India. That means there is a lot of varieties in our India. India stands 12th in the world in terms of biodiversity. Biodiversity is related to animals and vegetation. So India stands 12th in the ranking. जब हम रैंक करते हैं वर्ल्ड की कि कौन सा कंट्री जो है वो आगे है और कौन सा 1 to 10 में है, तो हमारा कंट्री 12th रैंक पे है बायोडाइवर्सिटी में. एनिमल्स फ्रॉम एशिया, यूरोप एंड अफ्रीका आर सीन इन इंडिया. Many of the animals, many of the species which is related or which is belong to Asia, Africa and Europe are seen in India. हमारे इंडिया में भी ऐसे एनिमल्स देखने को मिलते हैं जो कि कहाँ पे होते हैं, एशिया के हैं या यूरोप के हैं या अफ्रीका के हैं, वो भी एनिमल्स हमारे इंडिया में देखने के लिए मिल जाते हैं. अफ्रीकन ज़राफ, यूरोपियन वुल्फ, वाइल्ड गोट्स एंड कश्मीरी डियर, एलिफेंट्स एंड गिबॉन्स from Southeast Asia etc. are found here. These type of species we can see in our forest easily. So we can enjoy the different by seeing the different species in the forest of our India. The biodiversity of India includes black bear, one-horned rhino, deer, different type of snakes, peacock, ghora, hawk, kingfisher, flamingo, etc. These type of species we can see in our India. The snow leopard in Himalayas and the red panda found at the same altitude are distinguished animals here. The specialty of Himalayas are snow leopard as well as the red panda, which is found on the same altitude, and these are the special and distinct animals which can consider the specialty of India. क्या स्नो लेपर्ड और रेड पांडा जो एक ही ऑल्टीट्यूड यानी एक ही ऊंचाई पे मिलते हैं हिमालयस पे, और वो हमारे इंडिया की स्पेशलिटी है. दैट इज द स्पेशल स्पीसीज विच इज फाउंड ओनली इन इंडिया. world where tiger and lion are seen moving in the natural abodes. That means there is a natural abodes, natural houses, natural atmosphere in India only for the lion as well as for the tiger. They can roam in their own way in the Indian forest, and that is the specialty of our forest, and in only India it is found. During winter, migratory birds from distant places throng into the watershed area of Kelodev National Park, Bharatpur and Nal Sarovar in Gujarat to spend winter. From different countries, in winters from different countries, the birds came to the watershed area of Kelodev National Park as well as Bharatpur and Nal Sarovar to spend the winter. After spending the winter, they move back to their own country, and that is all. Lakhs of the birds will come to our India for spending the winters. After spending the winter, they will move back to their own country, and that is the special thing of our country. Sea turtles come to lay eggs along with the sandy coast of Orissa. Indian python, various snakes and the king cobra are found in the southern rainforest. The sea turtle came here to lay the eggs along with the coastal areas, as well as the python or the different types of snakes are also found, and the king cobra, especially the king cobra, is found in the southern rainforest. These are the species which are found in India, and it is very much special thing for our country. It is very much proud for our country that most of the species are found in India and they surviving here. Wildlife on extinction. Some of the wildlife are on the extinction. Extinction मतलब लुप्त हो जाना या खत्म हो जाना. Today, many wild animals in the world are on verge of extinction. Many species are going to extinct और खत्म होती जा रही है और लुप्त होती जा रही है because we are the responsible for extinction of these wild animals because they do not have their own natural habitat, so they lost their lives or they are most of the species are on the verge of extinction. Tigers were found throughout India during last century. In last century, we used to see the tigers, or the tigers are found most of the area throughout the country. Tigers were seen in the forest of Idar, Ambaji and Danta. Tigers can be found in the place of Idar, Ambaji and Danta. Today, tigers are totally extinct from Gujarat forest area. But the bad thing is that the tigers are totally extinct from Gujarat forest. Cheetah is also extincting from Indian forest. Many bird species which were very easily seen in Indian forests are now hardly seen. The species of birds which is seen in earlier times, now it is going to be extinct. Many of the birds are not seen right now in the India. Some of them like vulture, duck with pink throat, cranes and owls are on the verge of extinction. Vulture, ये भी देखा होगा आपने, पहले बहुत देखने को मिलते थे लेकिन अब बहुत कम देखने को मिलते हैं. डक विद अ पिंक नेक, उसका नेक पिंक होता था, यहाँ से ऐसे लटका होता था. एंड क्रेन्स बगुले एंड आउल्स, उल्लू, ये सब भी धीरे धीरे जो है ना एक्सटिंक्ट होते जा रहे हैं. इट इज ऑल्सो ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ एक्सटिंक्शन एंड देयर विल बी अ लॉस ऑफ दीज बर्ड स्पीसीज इन अवर इंडिया. Chilotro bird, once widespread in Arunachal Pradesh of northeast, not seen so easily. The Chilotro bird, which is usually seen in Arunachal Pradesh area, or the bird which is seen in the area where the northeast part of the Arunachal Pradesh are not easily seen. अभी वो देखने के लिए नहीं मिलती है क्योंकि उनकी जो स्पीसीज है वो हम केयर नहीं करते हैं. उनकी जो ब्रीड है उसकी केयर नहीं करते हैं. इसकी वजह से वो धीरे धीरे एक्सटिंक्ट होते जा रही है, खत्म होती जा रही है. There is a danger of survival to the alligators of the fresh waters of rivers and Ganga river dolphin. So there will be extinction of alligators. Alligators from the magarmach of Ganga water river, as well as the dolphin which is found in Ganga water river is going to be extinct. Why? Because of the pollution, because of the development. The number of sea turtles approaching the coast of Odisha and Gujarat is constantly decreasing. For laying the eggs, the sea turtle is used to approach to the Odisha coast, but nowadays there will be a less quantity of the sea turtles who approach to the Odisha for laying the eggs. That is very much bad thing, and it is constantly decreasing. Waterfalls, जल बिलाड़ी, हम उसको जल बिलाड़ी कहते हैं, once found frequently in Narmada, Tapi and Mahi. It is waterfalls. It is found in Narmada, Tapi and Mahi. Sabarmati rivers of Gujarat is also extinct. It is found in Narmada, Tapi, Mahi and Sabarmati. It is also going to be extinct. वो भी खत्म होती जा रही है क्या? जल बिलाड़ी या waterfalls. A time has come for us to think about this seriously. Yes, it is the time has came that we have to think about it seriously, because we are dependent on the wildlife as well as on the forest. But if it will be extinct or it will be demolished, then it will be a very bad impact. It will create a very bad impact on us, or we can't survive without wildlife as well as from the forest. Reasons for the destruction of wildlife. What is the reason behind the destruction of wildlife? Due to the human interference in grasslands and in watershed areas of the forest, the natural habitat of the wild animals in potent danger. There will be a totally human interference. Basically, human development and human interference is mostly cause or mostly responsible. Yes, mostly responsibility. The human responsible is mostly responsible for destruction of wildlife as well as of birds species. What the human interference or human development is must, but on the behalf of these extinction of these species, that is not good. So human interference in the grassland as well as the watershed of the forest area and natural habitat of the wild animals is put in danger. Destruction of forest is the main reason responsible for natural imbalance. Yes, अगर घर नहीं होगा किसी के पास तो wild animals का घर forest होता है. But if the destruction is there, then the adobes or houses were also lost, and the animals are without adobes. So if the natural environment is not there for the wildlife, so they will not survive and they will die. The destruction of forest is the main reason responsible for the natural imbalance. Its final impact is the reduction of the number of wild animals. Main impact of destruction of the forest is there will be decreasing day by day. There will be decreasing in the number of animals who are residing in the forest. यानी number of the forest, number of the animals के number कम होते जा रहे हैं. जब forest खत्म हो जाएगा तो animals भी खत्म हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि animals का क्या source है? Animals का जो घर है वो forest है. Wild animals का घर forest है, तो they can't survive without the forest. If forest destruction is there, then also the wildlife cannot be survived. Hunting the animals for obtain hair, skin, bones, horns or nails is also responsible. Again, the human interference or human hunting of the animals is also responsible for the destruction of the wild are responsible or for their need and greed. He is responsible for destructing or for demolishing the wildlife, and for their greed or for earning more and more money, they used to hunt the animal for taking hairs, nails, bones, skin from the animals. The overexploitation of the forest made by human for his greedy motives, such as roads, multi-purpose project, mining minerals, expansion of new settlements or cities, etc., displays the wild animals. The over-exploitation of forest, that means again the human interference for their own need and greed. They used to make the roads, multi-purpose projects, as well as factories for mining the minerals, and expansion of new settlements or cities, or the population explosion is also responsible for destruction of the wildlife. Because for their own requirement, they do not thought about the wild animals as well as about the forest. And because of population explosion, the place is also required for residing. So they used to make the roads, multi-purpose projects from the forest, and the human being again responsible for the destruction of wildlife. Forest lands are being enriched for grass, fuel for grazing. The forest fire engulfs many species. Forest lands are being enriched. That means the forest lands are also captured for the grass, for the fuel, for the grazing, and for the grass. So the forest fire also engulfs many species. If there will be a forest fire, so there is no option for surviving the wild animals. अगर forest fire लग जाता है तो animals को बचने का कोई रास्ता नहीं होता, और बहुत सारे species उसमें ही जल के मर जाते हैं. Because there is a houses of birds on the trees also. There is a nest. There is a adobs of the birds. So the forest fire was also responsible for the destruction of wildlife, or for the destruction of many species. When the forest fire occurs at the time of raining, the young ones of the birds are hatching the eggs. It creates a negative impact on the number of wild animals. In many for the many species of the birds, there is a time of hatching eggs. There is a time of surviving the young ones. There is a small species or small kids in the nest. So it can't be survived through the forest fire. From the forest fire, so there will be a negative impact for surviving on the there will be a negative impact on the number of wild animals. Due to loss of their natural habitats, many animals without any adopt come into conflict with man, and sometimes even lose their life. If forest fire is there, if any problem is there, so many of the animals approach to the urban areas, and many times they lost their lives through by hunting or by shooting from the men. कभी-कभी अपने आप को सरवाइव करने के लिए वो लोग इधर-उधर भागते हैं, जानवर इधर-उधर भागते हैं और अर्बन एरियाज में कांटेक्ट करते हैं, बट अपनी जान बचाने के लिए आदमी इंसान जो है उनको भी मार देता है. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ वेरी बैड इम्पैक्ट on the animals, and they even lose their lives. Hunting to procure biomedicine or things which make perfume also bring the species on the verge of extinction. Hunting to procure biomedicine, for making the biomedicine, hunting is required. So the hunters used to hunt the animals which are used for making, which body parts are used for making medicines as a biomedicine as well as the perfume. So for this purpose also animals was hunted by the persons or by the hunters, and it is used for making the biomedicine as well as perfume, and these most of the species which are used for these purpose are also going to be extinct. So in next video we will learn about the measures of prevention of wildlife. Till then, goodbye.